We often just don't think about them, but living somewhere like Cliffside Park, New Jersey, well, you get a real mix of weather, right?
Oh, absolutely. Those heavy spring rains, winter snow.
Exactly. And it really makes you appreciate the workhorse of your home's exterior, the gutters. They're kind of the first defense against water damage.
They really are. I mean, think about it. All that water has to go somewhere. A good gutter system protects your foundation, your siding.
Yeah.
It even stops your garden washing away.
It's not just moving water, it's like protecting the whole property.
Yeah, safeguarding your investment, basically.
And that leads us to a name you hear quite a bit around northern New Jersey for this stuff, Profine Construction.
Right. They've been doing this for what, over 15 years?
Yeah, and they've built up a really solid reputation, like 4.9 stars from about 200 reviews. That's pretty impressive.
It suggests they're doing something right, for
Yeah.
sure, for homes and businesses.
So our mission today really is to dig into what makes their gutter services stand out, specifically in Cliffside Park and the surrounding towns.
Exactly. Let's get into the nuts and bolts of what they offer and why people seem so happy with their work in this area.
Okay, let's start with something they highlight: seamless gutter installation. What's the big deal? Why are seamless gutters better than the older kind?
Well, the main thing is how they're made. Traditional gutters, the sectional ones, they come in pieces.
Right, you see the joints.
Exactly. And every single joint is a place where eventually a leak can start. Seamless gutters, though, they're made as one long, continuous piece.
One piece. How?
They actually fabricate it on site, but the only seams you'll find are usually just at the corners or where the downspouts connect. It massively reduces those potential leak spots.
Ah, okay. So fewer weak points. Makes sense. Some studies even show sectional gutters are, well, much more likely to leak along those seams pretty early on, like within 5 years.
That single piece really helps avoid that.
And Profine Construction, they actually bring the machine to your house. They roll out this commercial grade aluminum right there.
Yep, tailored to the exact dimensions of your home.
Does that on-site thing offer other advantages beyond just fewer seams?
Oh, absolutely. Guarantees a perfect fit, which, looks cleaner and also cuts leak risk even further. Plus, they do custom color matching so the gutters blend right in.
Okay, nice.
And then there's the really crucial stuff like calculating the pitch correctly.
That's the angle, right? So the water flows.
Precisely. Too shallow, water sits and clogs. Too steep, it might overshoot the downspout. They figure out the exact right angle for your roof. And they use heavy-duty hangers, stronger than standard ones, better against ice and heavy rain, and place the downspout strategically to get water away from your foundation.
Okay, so that's a pretty thorough installation process. But even the best gutters might need repairs eventually, right?
Mm,
What happens then?
for sure. Things happen, wear and tear, storm damage. So yeah, Profine handles repairs too.
Like what kind of things?
Well, fixing leaks if they do pop up at corners, realigning gutters that might sag over time, maybe correcting the pitch, something settles, replacing damaged bits, reattaching downspouts that come loose, and just clearing stubborn blockages.
Right, the clogs.
Yeah?
Which brings us to something I think every homeowner hates: cleaning the gutters.
Ugh, yeah. Nobody loves that job.
Does Profine offer anything for leaf protection? Like gutter guards?
They do. And it can be a real game changer. They install different types depending on your needs.
Like what? Are there different kinds?
Yeah, several. There are micro mesh screens, really good for tiny debris. Surface tension covers, they kind of use water stickiness to pull it in while leaves slide off. Foam inserts block bigger stuff but let water through. And brush-style guards like big pipe cleaners, which work well if you have lots of trees nearby.
Okay. So options depending on your trees, maybe.
Exactly. Like for the mix of trees we have in North Jersey, micromesh often does a great job blocking all sorts of debris.
It sounds like they're thinking bigger than just the gutters attached to the roof line. I saw they talk about complete water management solutions. What else does that cover?
Yeah, this is where their approach gets really holistic. They don't just catch the water. They think about where it goes after it leaves the gutter.
So like on the ground level.
Right. Things like installing underground drainage pipes to carry water further away from your foundation, adding extensions or diverters to downspouts so water doesn't just pool at the base of your house.
Okay.
They can even set up rain barrels if you want to collect water, or help with yard grading issues if the slope is wrong, and even put in French drains for trickier subsurface water problems.
Wow, okay. A French drain. What's that?
It's basically a trench with gravel and a perforated pipe inside. It collects groundwater and directs it away, tackling drainage issues below the surface.
That's definitely more comprehensive than I first thought. It's not just about the roof.
Not at all.
And they also offer maintenance programs. Is that worthwhile, signing up for regular checkups?
It's definitely about being proactive. Regular maintenance catches small problems before they become big, expensive ones.
So, peace of mind, kind of.
Pretty much. Their programs usually involve cleaning, inspecting everything closely, and doing minor fixes on the spot. Sometimes just getting the leaves out once or twice a year prevents major foundation headaches later. It really extends the life of the whole system.
Okay, makes sense. So pulling it all together, if someone's in Cliffside Park or, nearby, why pick Profine Construction specifically? What are the main selling points?
Well, a few things stand out. First, they're local, based right there in Cliffside Park. They know the local climate, the building styles,
That local knowledge helps?
definitely. Second, they really emphasize quality materials, that commercial-grade aluminum, even copper if you want it, and their installation aims to be better than just standard practice. Third, that whole comprehensive water management idea we talked about.
Right, looking at the bigger picture.
And finally, they seem committed to fair, clear pricing. They offer free estimates, no pressure.
Good to know. And they don't just stick to Cliffside Park, right? You mentioned nearby towns.
Correct. If you're in Richfield, Fairview, Fort Lee, Guttenberg, West New York, North Bergen,
Yeah.
basically a good chunk of northern New Jersey is in their service area.
Okay, great. So if someone listening is interested, wants to learn more or get that free estimate, how do they reach out?
The direct phone number is 201-328-7456. Their website is profineconstructionllc.com. Lots of info there.
Okay, 201-328-7456. And the website.
Right. Their physical address, if needed, is 36 Lawton Ave, Cliffside Park, NJ 07010. And there's email too, profineconstructionllcnj@gmail.com. And yeah, always worth mentioning the free estimates again.
Perfect. So to wrap it up, it sounds like if you're in northern New Jersey, especially that Cliffside Park area, and need anything gutter-related, new install, repairs, guards, or that whole water management plan,
Yeah.
Profine Construction is a really solid, comprehensive option to look into.
Absolutely. They seem to bring together that local know-how with a real focus on protecting your property effectively.
And that brings us to a final thought for you, the listener. Considering the kind of weather we get here in northern New Jersey season after season, how might shifting your thinking from just basic gutters to a more complete water management system around your entire home offer maybe better long-term protection? Something to definitely consider for the health of your house down the road.